Hello friends, this is Akshay. Welcomes you to the new tutorial of devotional study. Today we'll be learning about HTML forms. So let's get started. So friends, today we'll be learning about HTML forms as I told you. So let's learn more about HTML forms and what is exactly the HTML form. So today I'll be giving you the introduction about the HTML form, and the next class will be starting with lot of tags and what are the controls we'll be having in HTML form. We'll learn more about them. So let's focus on what is HTML form. So as you can see in this image, we have a definition for the HTML form. So basically, an HTML form is basically a section, you can say a document section of a document, right, where we can contains a lot of controls such as text field boxes, password boxes, check boxes, radio buttons, lot of stuff. You must have seen in a lot of websites, like if you like Facebook, if you'll take an example, or any other website, you must first, in order to access the website, you need to log into that particular website in order to access it, right? So when you try to log into that particular system, right, where you'll be putting your password, username, and then you will click on the button in order to get into the website. So that particular boxes and buttons, labels, those are the things which basically a form contains. So we'll be focusing more about them. So uh, for now, you just focus on the HTML form. It facilitates the user to enter the data, right, to be sent to the server for processing. If I'm logging to a particular website, right, I'm putting my username and password. Once I'll click on login or sign in, my data, whatever the password and the username I'll be putting over there, it'll redirect it to the server, and in the server end, if my profile is available on the server end, it'll be authenticated. And if the authentication gets successful, I'll be able to access the website, right? I'll be able to access my account if it's there on the server, right? So basically, it facilitates the user to enter the data to be sent to the server for processing, right? So we have as you can see in this image, we have HTML, the forms syntax. So it's very easy. The form syntax is very easy. You can see the form starts with the form tag, action is the attribute, and the second attribute will be having method. So action is something when we'll submit the form, the action will be taken on the particular server URL. So we need to enter the server URL, and then the method will be get or post. We will be having a specific session about the method, what is get, what is post, what are the differences between those two methods. Basically, get and post, we can use either of the methods in the method attribute. All right, I'll let you know more about it. And whatever controls we'll be putting in between the form tag, like text area, radio buttons, as I've told you, we can put into that particular section, right? So why we should use the HTML form? Why is it so necessary? Basically, as I've told you, if I want my in my website, I want some data to be inputted from the user end, right? If I want my whatever user, whosoever it is, who'll be coming to my website, and I want their data to be registered on my website, right, on the server end. So I want them to use a particular account, and in order to collect the information, I want them to sign up and then sign in, right? So basically, we are collecting the information from the site visitors or the users, the end users, right? If basically if I'm going on if you can see, a lot of websites are there, like Flipkart, a lot of shopping websites. So first we need to log into our account, then only we can put those products in our cart, right? So these are the things which are very necessary and very important. So and one more thing, as you can see in this image, right, we have lot of tags available. Yeah, we have HTML and few of them like 3 tags from HTML5, right? So we need to learn more about them, right? And how can we exactly use these particular tags in specifically. So form tag, input tag, radio button, and these are like a lot of tags. We'll be learning more about them in a very accurate manner, so you don't have to worry about anything. We'll be more focusing more about them. So let's move on to one of the example. How can we start with form, right? So let me create a form for you so that you can understand a basic form, right? So that you can understand how can we create it. So as you can, let's go back to the screen where we can start our processing. So I'll save this code first. I'll give the name HTML form in the same directory and save it as .html, right? So let me start with HTML tag. Okay, I'll come in the body section. I will start with form tag. That is my tag which I can use in order to create forms. Okay, close. All right, so right now I'm not putting any action or the method tag. I'll just simply create a form so that I can show you how it looks like, right? So first of all, in a form I need a label, or if you don't want a label, you can just simply leave it. I'll just create a normal login form. Okay, it will not do anything because I'm just creating a view, not the functionalities. So I'll give username here, username, right? And now just front of the username I want a text box, right? If I want to take any input from the user, if I want to take any input from the user, I need to use input tag, right? Input tag. If these two attributes are very important. One more attribute is there, that is the value attribute, but we will not use that attribute very often. Some of the cases we'll use. So specifically, if I'm using a text box, I need to use text. Okay, the type will be text. Name, you can name a box as text box 1, right? So if I'll use this box, if I use this tag, the type would be text. That means it's a text box, right? Okay, let me create a password field. All right, okay, I'll use, and this should be a text box, but we can use password here so that it will generate bullets in that particular box, right? So that password will not be visible. So I'll give it the name text box 2. Right now I need assign a button, so I'll give another input tag, but this time the type will be you can say submit. Okay, name will be, I'll give name sign in, right? And now in this we'll use value because I want something to be displayed on the button's text. So I'll give sign in or click here, right? Okay, let's save this and let's just launch the code. So why I have the code, where is it? HTML form. Yeah, this is the code. Let's run this code. Okay, as you can see, we have username, then the text box, then the password, then the another text box. And the difference in both the text boxes, if you'll put anything, it will be visible, and here it will be dotted because the code says it's password. If I'll make it as text, right? So if I'll save it and I'll relaunch it, you can see the difference. See, you can make your password visible, right? So just in order to avoid or just create security, you can use the password type, right? Type will always define what is the input. Is it a text box? Is it a radio button? Is it a submit button? Whatever it is, right? So in this way you can create a form. And if I want this to be in a different way, right, so I can use br tag here and here, so you will see the difference. I'll save it once again. Oh my god, always this comes up. All right, so let's say, well, let's relaunch it. Okay, as you can see here, now we have username, password, and the text boxes, right? So we have created a form here. It's a basic form, so I hope you have learned something about it. And in the next tutorial, in the upcoming tutorial, we'll be learning more about them, specifically about the tags, right? So we'll focus on all the tags, and I'll give you the overview about all of the tags here. All right, and later on we'll move on to another tags which are very important in HTML. All right, so if you have liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and share the video if you want. And I'll see you in the next tutorial, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye, and keep coding.